welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Welcome to Candyland Round 2 announcement, folks. I had to put up a little teaser on my community page, which if you don't look on my community page often, you should, because I post a lot on there because I love interacting with y'all. But we are back for round 2 of Candyland Picks My TBR. This time we are doing a 48-hour edition. It will be from July 27th to 28th, so this upcoming weekend, and I've spoken about this before, I make my announcement as close as possible to the upcoming Read-A-Thon so that you don't forget it's existing. I am one person who will hear about a really cool Read-A-Thon that's happening in a month, and then I forget it exists and I never take part. So I'm trying to not have that happen. And also the prompts for this Read-A-Thon, as always, will be very broad, so whatever you are planning on reading this weekend, you might be able to make it fit. Now, if you don't know at all what I'm talking about, let's rewind. If you are new here, my name is Megan and I am most well known on YouTube for my game, my TBR game, Candyland Picks My TBR, which is essentially me using the Candyland board and spinner to move along the board and play the game. Each color corresponds to a prompt, and that's how I pick my TBR. And there are obviously more rules when I play the game, but for the sake of this, it's basically a choose your own adventure, but I supply the colors and what I use as prompts, and then you can do as you wish. If you want more information or you want to see the game before you decide if you do want to partake or not, I will leave all the information in the cards of the playlist where I have played this game for years now. But what we are doing, as I said, is a 48-hour round. This was actually picked by my Patreons because if you didn't know, I did launch a Patreon in the month of July, and I put a poll out for them. They could decide between a 24, 48, and 72-hour Read-A-Thon, and the majority of them picked a 48-hour round. So that's what we're doing. It will be on the Saturday, the 27th, and the Sunday, the 28th. And I will be spinning twice to fulfill 2 prompts. Now, as I mentioned very quickly, you could do with those prompts as you wish. As I explained last time I did this, which I will leave the announcement video in the cards in case I forget something, because I'm oh, I probably said this already, but it wasn't last time's announcement. There are many ways you can do this. You could, one, follow my prompts. As I mentioned, they are very general prompts. I will leave the color coordinated prompts right here so you guys can understand how general they are. And the other way you can do this is to, prior to me spinning the wheel, identify prompts for each color, and then with whatever I fall on, you pick books that way. So you can really make it your own if you like. This is really just a way to read all together and incorporate the TBR game to narrow down what we're reading. So those are 2 ways. I've had other people just literally pick colored prompts. For example, I want to do blue and yellow this time, so that's what I'm gonna do. You can do it whatever way you want, but the best way to play, in my opinion, is to just follow my prompts, because that is the aim of the Candyland game. With all that being said, those are the only 2 rules, and because I am spinning twice, there is no chance of us getting an extra punishment. If you finish your 2 books and want to do more, you could do a spinner wheel and add the colors of Candyland and spin the wheel. You could just pick another colored prompt. You can redo a prompt again depending on how quickly you read, but I told myself a book a day was probably a good average for a good amount of people. So that's what I settled on with. As with Candyland round 1, there will be a Google form that you can fill out the books you complete with their prompts, and that will enter you in a giveaway to win a book up to, we're gonna do a $15 value Canadian money, so about the price of a paperback if you're in the US. And once the Read-A-Thon is finished, I will close the doc and choose someone and send over your gift via an Amazon wishlist, so you do need a wishlist for that. I think that is all the information you guys needed to know. Actually, that's a lie. There will also be live sprints during the Read-A-Thon. I am planning to stay awake as much as I can. Obviously, I'm assuming I'm too old to now stay up for 48 hours. I think that would be a little bit insane. But there will be sprints. Live sprints will be on Saturday, most likely near the end of the morning going into early afternoon. And there will also be sprints on Sunday afternoon for my patrons only. If you want access to those sprints, you will need to join a tier. My lowest tier gives you access to sprints, and it is $2 Canadian, so around $1.50 US. If those extra sprints are something you are inclined in joining. If not, it's an additional perk for them, and you guys still get the Saturday sprints. Once I have set up the sprints, they will be in the description, and you can just click notify me to join when the time comes. You can also join if you're not planning on participating but want reading sprints. So that's all the information you needed. Now let's get into spinning so that we can fulfill the prompts. We got the trusty spinner wheel. I'll try to lay it as fast as possible because we learned last month's TBR that if not, you get burned. So let's go for spin number 1. Oh! Could not have planned this better myself. Spin number 1 was pink. So it's a free pick. So you guys get to pick whatever you want. So book number 1 is You Choose. How great is that? Easiest read-a-thon ever. Let's go for spin number 2. Spin number 2 is green. Now, for the sake of my TBR game, green is a random prompt. Now, you can either come up with your prompts and, you know, like put them in a cup like I did, or a spinner wheel and choose like that, or you can pick the same prompt I am going to pick. And this is extremely stressful, but nevertheless, we gotta do it. Let's go with this one, which is, drumroll please. This is so fitting for the summer. I don't know if it's gonna focus. This is ocean or water themed. So the next book you're gonna read, you get a free pick, and then you get ocean or water themed. You can also combine both if you're only planning on reading one book for the month. But honestly, this is a good one. So that's it. Those are the prompts. I'm super excited about it. As I mentioned, you can make this your own. Like if you have notebooks that fit this prompt, feel free to create your own, pick out of a jar, a spinner wheel, do whatever you feel is right. And again, this prompt doesn't need to be taken so like literally. It could be like there's water on the book, or there's a water or ocean related word in the title, or the book's plot is actually ocean or water themed. You do you, and I think that's what is going to be like the most fun about this. I have no clue what I am going to pick, but I think my best option is to like let my patrons pick. I'm probably going to put a poll up with like my different options, and then they can pick whatever I read. And as for free pick, as I said, I'll go with whatever feels right in the moment. If you want to know what I end up reading, don't forget to subscribe, because I will be putting out either 1 or 2 vlogs for the whole experience of the 48-hour readathon. These are some of my favorite videos to make. I love like 24, 48-hour challenges, and I haven't done one in a while, so I can't wait to see how it turns out. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you plan on joining or if you have any questions. And if not, I will see you bright and early on Saturday for the sprints to kick off Candyland. Bye guys, happy reading.